I'd have been so much fucking further. Okay. Stop setting weak ass goals. Okay. We set weak ass goals because we're afraid to fail. If you're afraid to fail, you're never going to reach your true potential. Okay. And we'll set goals like, I want to sell 12 cars this month. Okay. As long as I can sell 12 cars this month, I'm good. That's okay. Okay. We didn't get in the commission-based business to be okay or just be good, right? Anybody decide they want to work every weekend to just be okay? Or deal with stress just to be okay? No. And as long as you're setting these weak-ass goals so you could feel some type of accomplishment when you hit them, you're never going to know what your true potential is. Okay, and I've given you guys the example before. For those of you that haven't heard it, if Danny and I have a bet to see who's going to lose the most weight in 1 month, and Danny makes a goal of 10 pounds, okay, and I make a goal of 30, and we both map out our plan, how he's going to map out his plan, how he's going to get to 10, and I'm going to map out my plan, how I'm going to get to 30. And at the end of that 30-day, that month, Danny hits his goal of 10 pounds, and I miss my goal of 30. I only lost 17 pounds. Who fucking wins? Who wins? Maybe you did, but I'm a lot fucking further. I'm a lot further because I didn't limit myself to a goal that I knew was obtainable. You have to get comfortable failing if you ever want to reach your true potential. Okay? I don't ever hit a goal no more. If I start getting close and I start realizing I'm going to hit this thing, boom, that goes up. That goes up because I have to keep chasing. I got to know, I got to push myself further than what I think is possible. Okay? One of my most depression times at the Ford store was when I set a goal that I thought was a reach. Me and Jeff were on the desk together at that time. I think it was 500,000. Store never hit 500,000 before. We hit 500,000 that month, and everybody's happy. And I'm like, fuck, man, I fucked this. Like, what do you mean? If I would have done 600,000 and pushed you guys for 600,000, we might have hit 550 this month. But we ended up at 500 because I set the goal too low, right? You got to change your mentality, guys. We set small goals that we know are obtainable so we can have that self-gratification, okay? You get that self-gratification from seeing how far can you actually go. Stop thinking about the finish line and learn to just enjoy the journey and see how far can you push yourself out of your comfort zone, okay? If I've never sold 15 cars before, stop thinking about 15 cars. Put together a plan how to get to 20 and push yourself to get to 20. Okay? If 20 cars requires taking 5 customers a day, that requires making 50 phone calls a day. Okay? That requires working 6 days a week, not 5 days a week. I might miss 20, but I'm going to blaze through 15. 15 is not going to be on my radar no more. Okay? When I shoot for a goal that I know is realistic, it's a slow burn. When I put it past that number and I put together a plan to get to that and I push for that, I blaze through what I thought was difficult before. Okay? And again, I didn't learn this till halfway through my career. And it changed my mindset. And I started getting things so much faster than what I did before. Okay? Stop setting weak-ass goals. Okay? Let everybody else do that. Okay? Set your goals big. Here's what I do. I take my goal, whatever it is, I take it to a point, and I say, okay, if I said that out loud, would I be embarrassed to say that? No, I can say that. Okay. Go a little bit more. If I said that out loud, would that be embarrassing? Maybe a little bit. I'll take it an inch more. Now, this is scary to say to people. When it's scary for me to say it to my friends and family, I know I'm hit the right number. And now I figure out a plan to get to that. Because now I'm pushing myself out of my comfort zone. Does that make sense, Ozzy? Don't think realistic. That's not what a goal is. A goal don't have to be realistic. If it's realistic, that's a standard. Goals are supposed to be pushed out of your comfort zone. Okay? And here's the thing. People are so afraid to fail. Change your mindset. There is no failing. We win or we learn. and we keep getting better. You only fail if you quit. If you stop trying is when you fail. That's it. Not meeting a goal is not failing. That's learning how to get better. Only when you quit do you truly fail. All right? Guys, how many of us do this? Find somebody who's where you want to be and ask. Start asking. Start picking their brains. Okay? I can remember when I first started selling cars. And I'm writing somebody up, and we get on the credit app, and that guy makes 10 grand a month. I thought that was all the fucking dough, right? The interest of selling the car faded away. I still wanted to sell the car, but I wanted to know more. How did you get there? And I'm drilling it, and I'm picking their brain. And I know I'm even being annoying at this point. I can remember the first person I wrote up that made 20 grand. I thought that was fucking just enormous amount of money. I drilled them so hard, I knew I was annoying them. But I know I don't have another shot to get this information. I'll have another customer to sell a car, but I don't know if he's going to make 20 grand. And I don't know if he can give me the information that this guy can give me right now. So I want to know more. I'm drilling. What else? What else? What else? And I'm just banking it, and I'm banking it, right? We're all here to learn and get better, right? That's why we're all here, right? Find somebody who's where you want to be and start asking some questions. Write it down. Here's the funny thing. High performers love teaching other people how to get there. It's a responsibility we have inside. You have an obligation to pull people up, right? Joy, when your guys approach you and want to know something, are you happy to give them information and help them? It just comes natural. That's what we do. That's what we do. So don't ever feel embarrassed or ashamed to ask somebody for help, because I used to love when people come to me and ask, Curtis, how do you always gross everybody? Can I show me your write-up? How many times was I doing a write-up every day for somebody, Roberto? All the time, okay? And I'll just throw some names out here right now, okay? You got Jimmy, who consistently grosses the shit out of everybody. I don't know what his secret sauce is right now. None of you probably do either, if you're not sitting down and asking, okay? Omar can get anybody to come in over the phone. What's the secret to that? I don't know. I haven't sat down with Omar yet. But he says something and everybody fucking listens, right? Do we struggle to get people in? Right? Ken has only been back with us for a month, and he closes everybody he talks to. Right? All I gotta do is get him the ball, and it fucking goes in the basket. What's he saying? I don't know yet. Let's sit down and talk to him. Okay? Corey, don't take ups. He's only been here 6 months. And you mean to tell me in 6 months' time he has enough clientele that he don't have to take ups nowhere? No, he's figured something out. He uses his social media. He's bought some extra tools. He has something going on where he don't have to stand outside, and he's selling 20 cars every month and making a lot of money. Right? The examples just keep going on and on, right? Everybody has something that they're really good at. Imagine if you were the one guy that went up to everybody that's good at one thing and picked their brain. How do you do this so good? How do you do this so good? You can become the ultimate machine. Does that make you money? Are you going to make residual income on that? Is that more productive than standing outside hoping and praying I talked to a customer today? Right? How many customers do you need to sell a car? One. So if I got as good as Ken at closing deals, I don't have to stand outside and talk to 5 people. I can just talk to 1 and go home. Right? Find somebody who's done it. Find somebody who's where you want to be. Okay? And we all go through different stages. Okay? Maybe right now you just want to get better at working the phones. So maybe I need to talk to Omar. Maybe I need to talk to Jimmy. Maybe I need to talk to Chob. Because somehow Chob gets people in from 3 hours away and still whacks the shit out of them. I'm like, how do you get somebody to drive 3 hours away and then make 10 pounds on them? That usually don't make sense. Normally, if I'm getting somebody to drive for 3 hours, I'd give the car away. He's figured something out. He's got some secret sauce over there. He might not want to share it. I don't know. But I would at least go try and find out. Right? Guys, find somebody who's done it and figured it out. Okay? Here's the thing. We can go over a lot of different training scenarios, a lot of different word tracks, all these things, right? And you guys all have closer books that you can go ask your closers anytime to go over with you. Okay. But if your mind's not set up for success and you're not thinking about success and that's not what you're living and breathing, all those word tracks ain't going to mean shit. They're not going to do anything. They're not going to change nothing. You got to be mentally prepared and you got to be willing to do what others are not willing to do if you want to get to that next level. Okay. And you got to have an attitude of gratitude. Okay. Me and my wife started something. This is going to embarrass her right now. All right. We text each other 3 things that we're grateful for every day. As soon as we split, we don't do it in front of each other because that's really fucking weird. Right? But as soon as we split, I know the text is coming. And we text 3 things that we're grateful for every day. Why? Just to set our fucking mind in the right place. Okay? Because it's so easy to get caught up in something negative. It's so easy to look on Facebook and somebody's talking shit about something, and then you get your mind wrapped around that, and now where are you at? You're right back in that 80% of those negative thoughts. Why even start my fucking day that way, right? First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to text my wife 3 things that I'm grateful for today, and that puts my mind in the right place. Because I know when I get here, I got a room full of guys that depend on me and gals that depend on me to have my mind in the right place, right? Who depends on you to have your mind in the right place?